What is up, peoples of the YouTubeverse? As I always say with this channel, we keep it 100% as transparent about what I'm doing in my life, what's going on. So let me show you what I got going, and I'll show you the after, because there's something I've been hiding, and it's not terrible, but it's not good either. 1 minute, hold up. So often I will show you around here and whatnot. Y'all familiar with this look, this layout, this bit right here. You know, familiar. Yep. And then what I don't show you is I normally stop around here because I have a messy corner. It is crazy. And I let things go a bit ahead, get a little bit out of hand. And, you know, that's not great. So what we're going to do is we're going to clean it up with a little bit of some hippie editing magic. Check this out right here. Look at that. That was a fun effect you did, Viola. They were flying around because I was cleaning and made a mess. But here, let me give you a tour of the animal room, essentially, my bedroom. I have enough subscribers around here and people looking into my stuff that I think y'all might be a little curious what I'm about and everything. So this is the room in its entirety. I've never shown the entirety of the room at all, pretty much. And then this is it. Yep. As you can see on my walls and stuff, I have my likes of things and stuff. Sublime, man. I am a huge fan of some old school third wave ska, some roots reggae. I like the smooth stuff, man. I really do. Big fan of comic books. Moon Knight's one of my favorite. I like me some of those old animes and stuff. I think Trigun Cowboy Bebop is some top tier, good stuff. Big fan of that. I just haven't really been watching anime a lot lately in general and whatnot. I've been very busy. I got all this stuff laying around, my little rosary. I am a God-fearing man, but do not worry, ladies and gentlemen. I will not beat you over the head with the Bible. I am very much a peace-loving person, but my religion is not the only peaceful religion out there, so we respect all of them. And you guys are quite familiar with the vivarium, the frog vivarium. I added another hut in here because this hut up here gets a lot of attention. So I thought Chunky, who likes to hide up in that area where you got all this, you know, coconut fibers and stuff, she might want to go up there, or maybe that might be a fun spot for, you know, Frogger right here. He's sleeping very soundly, all chill. And then this is the area, the corner here. I have this and everything, stuff out of the way and whatnot. All this stuff kind of laying around. That's a big old jade piece. Top portions have broken off over the years, man. It's unfortunately had a bad tumble, so being what it used to be, it's probably not as pricey, but dang, it's still such a beautiful piece, though. That's pure jade. It was a hand-me-down from my grandmother, so it's something that I could have definitely not afforded. Anywho, in here is where I keep the birds. There is Aria right there. She is a blue parakeet, or a budgie is another way that they are referred to as. Aria is also paired up with Viola. I have to get her out from under the bed because when I did the reveal, it scared her so much she flew. Viola has full flight, but she's with Aria because Viola had a bit of a bad experience with an owner before where I think they were trying to be too forcing on her and it scared her real bad. Peggy's got new beds and everything, so I added that. This was also a gift from my mom. Her pups, she had a Yorkie and what was it? A Yorkie and a Shih Tzu. I almost forgot Susanna's dog breed. Susanna was a Shih Tzu and Isabella a Yorkie. Oh, there's Aria trying to call for Viola. Give me 1 moment while I get these two back together. So I got her out from under the bed and she flew all over the place. She might come out. I'm going to see if I can get her in this viewage here. You in here? Can I show your face? Can I show them your beautiful little birdie face? What you doing up there, Hi. So the green one's Viola. She was the one who was flying around. As you can see with Aria, that wing there is clipped. She cannot fly. But when they are separate, they will call for one another. They are actually good buddies, those two. And they're both female, so I'm not trying to have any babies. Oh, Dramoka. She is laid out and chilling, and she's looking at me like I'm crazy. I know, Jamocha. We're gonna give you spray downs very soon. It's about evening time, so at this time I normally give them their spray downs here after the morning spray downs. She normally drinks her water at night over here. But that is most of like the animal stuff. And oh, the other part of my room, I forgot. Let me show you my bookshelf. Check this out. Woo! Yep. So this is all manga. These are some of the Naruto published. What year did these come out? Because I got this when this was still kind of fresh and new. This one, when was this issue done? Oh dear. You can tell by the pricing it was from a few years ago. I only have one hand, so I don't want to go digging through it. Let me see. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Let's see. You might see it in here somewhere. I mean, you can tell that's one of the older ones. That's all I'm trying to get at. I'm not going to go searching too much for exacts. But yeah, I mean, I'm a fan of that. Naruto Classic and Shippuden. I had not watched the Boruto series or anything like that, man. But, you know, I'm a fan of just anime and stuff in general, like I was saying. And of course, as I talk about Cowboy Bebop, I cannot not have a couple of them. Well, I have 2 copies of number 2 like that. I don't know. There was actually I do know there was a hospital that had comics that they thought were too violent or graphic, or they just didn't want manga in their hospital. So, and then more comics. Oh, this will be fun. Yeah, I might or might not have a lot of different comic books. I may or may not have a huge collection of comic books. This is pretty much my room, everything. And, you know, it got messy, guys. That's why I didn't show much of it. That's why I was nervous too, you know. It was bad. Much like life in general, you kind of let something go for a bit. You don't pay much attention to it. You don't think about it. I'm in here to take care of the animals. I'm here to sleep. I'm here to play with them and stuff. My focus is always on them. I'm not caring about the room. I have no sense of smell, so if it does get stinky or something, I cannot tell, and I'm the only one who's ever in this room. So, but I knew there was a mess, and I had people rag on me about messes in the past with things. So, yeah, I was trying to hide something from you guys a bit, and I'm sorry for that. There was a mess in that corner here, right here. And I hid that from you guys, and I'm so sorry about that, you know? I shouldn't be trying to hide anything from you guys or anything. Oh, that's the broom right there I was using to try and get her out. Yeah, she got under the bed, and I knocked out a water bottle too that I found way back there. I'll get that too. But yeah, no, she's a funny one, that one. But man, I'm just sorry I was just keeping that from you. I know it's not a huge thing, but it's embarrassing. Mess is embarrassing. And much like that there, I let my life kind of get a little bit like that too, maybe. I mean, I was fired from my job. I've never been fired from a job before. And I've worked 20 years before that. I've worked 3.5 years for that company. One of my most favorite jobs ever. I quit jobs, and I had bosses trying to give me raises or something to try and get me back, to go back, because I got a good work ethic. Am I the best worker out there? Nah, I ain't claiming that. That's stupid to claim something crazy like that. Like, no, I work hard. That's it. I just work hard. And I love working hard, you know? I go into work to work. When I'm at home to chill, I'm at home to chill. And then working hard with the animals, that's my thing, man. But, you know, I'm moving on with a lot of stuff that's been going on. Last year was a maelstrom of bull honky for me. This year didn't start off strong either. But it's not the year or the things that's going to make me. And it shouldn't make you either. And I'm going to go right to this next little section right here. I'm going to do a bit more talking on that right quick. And then after that, that's the room tour and everything. And you know about Scabbers and stuff. Let me actually talk about him right quick before I move on. Scabbers is a lone rat for a reason. He has part of his tail missing. When he was at PetSmart as an animal, his cage mate and him got in a very bad fight. And he was the worst of it. Poor Scabbers got the worst of it. He was missing part of his tail. He had wounds all over his body and stuff. They've healed now, so you don't even know the patches of missing fur and the scars that the fur has now covered because of what happened to him. So he has PTSD. He cannot live with other animals. And even when other animals like the cat walks by, he goes right into his hide and hides from them. He loves people, though. So I have him out in the living room. He hangs out with my roommate and I. The TV's on. I have a little playpen that I have to watch him in because he can climb out of it. But if I watch him and pick him up and let him run around my lap and stuff, he's ran around the couch. He's ran around in the living room and stuff when I pull the wires up and stuff. And he's viewed. The cat's in the other room and stuff. He's a special case, which is why I took him in. And I've seen a comment saying, well, I know people who will do a rat, let the rat die and get a new one. I do not see animals as collections. My comic book collection, you see I love collecting. I love collecting. But I do not see animals as collections. All the animals I have are here because they were either neglected, abandoned, or rehomed. I have not bought any of these animals. The piggies? Dougie had a broken leg, and they wanted to amputate him when he was a baby. I didn't let that happen. Now, the short-haired guy. Butters was his buddy at the time. Butters was another guinea pig that was very sick. Cancer, cysts, he was born weak and pretty much bad. He passed away within a year. That's when I got this little guy right here for Dougie as a friend. This guy right here was separated from other guinea pigs because he had a very, very terrible case of ringworm when we got him at that store. And I introduced the two because, you know, he's a little bit younger. And usually when you're pairing up guinea pigs, you do want to have a bit of an older one and a bit of a younger one so they can kind of proclaim dominance a bit better. But that's another thing about me. I don't go to cons. I don't herp to keep. I believe the animal trade's a little crazy. I love animal care. I love the fact that responsible people are out there to care for animals. But while there are those responsible, there are a lot of those who see animals like comic books. And that's not what this channel is. This channel's against that. So for those who might have any doubts, those who just tune in and see this, that, or the other, please look at my other videos. I explain so much of why I have to do things and why things are the way they are. And if you have any other suggestions or anything, or you think I'm doing something wrong, tell me. And do so with love and kindness, you know? Even if you come at me hard, I'll listen, but I'm not going to accept you. You know, I'll just ignore your comment and just see what I can do. I'll do research on my own kind of deal. But this video is probably going on long enough. It's going to be like 15 minutes of this, right? So, y'all have a good one. And I'm going to go on to the next section to close this out. Yep. Remember this. I remember this. We get shirts like this right there. Yep, 2024. We were recognized through the work we did on 2023. They gave us these different types of shirts and everything, and then they gave us some nice jackets. I really liked working with the animals and stuff with that job. They had so many of them. But, alas, if you know that they decided to part ways with me. And right there, throwing that away, that's not a F Pets. That's not a big old middle finger towards them or anything. That is me moving on and getting past that. I never really had me a real aspiration, dream, goal, future in mind. You know, I've just been floating by. My original thing coming out of high school, going into college, I wanted to be a music teacher. I can still read multiple clefs. I can play some instruments still. It's been many years. You know, I haven't really played or practiced in a while because, you know, I don't have people to play with, and, you know, I'm not teaching it anymore. So after that didn't really work out, I went to kitchens and stuff after college. I had to work. I had to do. But something that was always in my heart that I never thought I could make a career out of was animals. So the cool thing is, PetSmart showed me what I want to do. I know what it is to work with many animals. I have seen the worst. I have seen prolapse, I have seen seizure, I have seen broken bones. I have seen partially devoured animals because they got in a fight and the loser got eaten. You know? I've seen the worst, but I've been through the best. And animal care and working with animals, it's what I want to do. I went from one pet store that said we're not working together well anymore after about 3.5 years, and went straight into another pet store, a local small one. It's not PetSmart or Petco or anything. It is more of like a local small market kind of thing. And working with animals still, and I love it. These past few months of me losing that one pet job and getting into this other one as a higher position, because I went from being a shift leader to now department manager of small animal and fish. I'm animal guy. I am their expert. And if you see what's on this channel, my advice I got, that's partial what I tell all my customers, and the partial of what the people I work with have to hear every day. I got my boss who just like rolls his eyes and says, "Nick, you're just a big old nerd." It's like, yeah, I am. Why? I've been herping since I was a toddler. I was camping and stuff. I always looked and released though when herping. I never kept. Never kept. And I would recommend not keeping any animal you find herping, because they're in the environment for a reason. There are so many animals taken out of the environment already. If you want you a pet, do your research, find you a reputable source that sells good, healthy animals that takes care of them, and that's how you get your pet. I strongly advise against pulling from nature, because by this point, we've pretty much taken everything. So anything else you would take is too dangerous to really take. So don't take from nature, people. But that's that right there. Moving on, getting better, cleaning up your life. All that is something I wanted to talk about for today, because it has been rough on me for my reasons, and what I've been going through is not as bad as what other people go through. So there are people going through what I've been through, and maybe a little less. And for those that feel like they can get something off of that, great. If you are going through worse, and this helps you at all too, I've had worse times in my life with things. My 20s was terrible. Absolutely terrible. I can tell there's a smaller list of drugs I did not take when I was going through it. And I recovered from that. So I just want y'all to be good out there. There's a lot of blah out there. So let's go ahead and polish it up with some good. With that, peace out, and thank you for staying so long to this part of the video. I hope the cleanup stuff and the explanations of things while I did it was good enough for y'all. Anywho, have yourselves a good one, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you haven't done that, thank you anyway, because you watched. Appreciate you. Peace out.